The Magicals keep their heads high despite the Azadi threat. It's a testament to their resilience.
You do know that you're in the magic ghetto? Did you hear the one about the magical?
Who's there?
While my veil is active, they cannot recognize me. Not unless I want them to, or I act carelessly. There aren't a lot of people out at night, even though the streets appear to be safe.
Goddess, I'm tired of standing here night after night with nothing happening. Sometimes I almost...
My table's always open, day and night.
A map of the southernmost parts of Mercuria.
I've got the non-magical medicines.
There's official Azadi business going on here. You'll want to turn around and walk away. Go on now, nothing to see here.
My table's always open.
The boy
day and
reminds me a
night.
lot of myself at that age. Orphaned, a street urchin living hand to mouth. Eager to get into all kinds of trouble.
Hey! Did you find that turncoat you were looking for?
I did not, but it was my fault. I identified the wrong man.
Oh. So our whole mission was a waste of time?
Certainly not. We'll get him eventually. And I got to see Honor Hilaris speak to his followers. That might be useful to us.
Good. Are you on another mission?
Perhaps. I'm sorry, boy, but I'm quite busy.
Let me help.
The boy might prove useful, but I don't know how yet. I don't need help right now, but I'll let you know when I do.
Sure. It's not like I have anything better to do.
It's hard to shake the feeling that it's wrong for magicals to be walking around freely.
Have you changed your
I'll have
mind?
to get used to it.
Do you want my help now?
I'm fighting for them now. I won't put him in any more danger than the boy might prove. I don't need...
Sure.
Unlike the competition.
Martial law permits me to use my sword against you. Just so you know.
He's guarding the door to that house. This must be where that Azadi officer meets his girl.
Exotic.
Have you changed your mind? Do you want my help now?
I don't need help.
Sure.
There's a no potions or spells, I'm afraid. I used to sell all sorts of magical merchandise. But those days are over, even here in Old Town. That sort of thing can get you shipped out to the re-education camps. I used to sell all sorts of magical merchandise. Those days are over. Do come again. My table's always open, day and night.
Good day. I deal in something everyone can appreciate. Reliability. I do away with uncertainty, apply precision where others apply faith, and produce potions devoid of
I've
pesky,
got tasty
sorcerous side effects.
sandwiches.
No sorcery.
What can I do for you, friend? Would you care for a tasty sandwich?
Your sign says sandwiches and fireflowers.
Ah, yes. Used to be I made the best fireflowers in Old Town. Spectacular things that lit up the night sky. Sparklers and illuminations, crackers and flyers. But no more, I'm afraid. Alchemy apparently falls under the definition of magic these days, and is therefore strictly forbidden. I can make you a savoury sandwich, though. Guaranteed sand and witch free.
I've seen fireworks in the past. They're spectacular, and they make a lot of noise. A perfect diversion. Even if I was hungry, those sandwiches sound dubious. But if it helps divert her attention... I'd like to buy one of your fireflowers.
Can't help you with that, I'm afraid. The Azadi have banned the use of illuminations, crackers, sparklers and flyers. Any and all alchemy.
How about the ingredients? I would only need some of your powders and...
My hands are tied, friend. Or at least they will be if I sell you any of my alchemic powders and potions. The orders are quite clear. There's to be no trade of any sort in magical items. In fact, I should probably clear away those chemicals later today. This place is flush with thieves and mendicants. What are you doing, friend? Are you stealing from me? Surely you're no thief, a tall, strapping fellow like yourself.
Tiny toad testicles. A common alchemical ingredient here in the Northlands. I've read quite a lot about this.
Have you changed your mind? Do you want my help now?
I don't need help right now.
Sure.
Tied you over before tea. Men, I've got sorted. You don't look like my usual customers. You're a lot bigger than them. And just sort of indistinct. Balance be damned. I think I need glasses. Sure you don't want a nice lump of pickled cow's kidney? Is the perfect late...
Can I tempt you with a savoury sandwich? I'm the best sandwicher in all of Old Town. Also the only sandwicher in Old Town.
Even if I was, I'll have one of your sandwiches.
Brilliant! Step right over here, friend, to my sandwiching table. Step right over here, friend, and we can get started.
Rub. Tasty more.
Now, will that be on fried flatbread, steamed yeast bun, or a baked grain roll?
I'm quite sure this is unimportant. What was that again? I really have no idea. Flat fried bread.
Bride flatbread coming... fried bread fed... Balance. Fried flatbread it is. Hey, what are you doing? I told... Oh, good, you're back. Didn't I tell you to stand still and not move around?
Have you changed your mind?
He might actually... You want to help?
Yeah.
Even if it's dangerous?
What do you think?
What do you know about fireworks?
You mean fireflowers? I know everything. My father makes Bakshivan candles for the festival of turning every year.
Fine. Follow me.
Yes!
To your exact orders.
Before tea. Midnight snack. Early breakfast.
Ah, you're back. Did you want your sandwich or not?
I did. I do.
Now, meat. Today I have a cured elguan, pickled saltwater snapjaw, and kitten carpaccio.
We sometimes had boiled elguin in Friar's Keep. It tasted like footwear. How's the elguin?
Suspiciously tender. Thinly sliced, salted, and cured for a minimum of 11 years. Melts in your mouth, it does. Eventually.
I'll likely regret it.
As long as you don't swallow for at least 7 minutes, you'll be perfectly fine. And just a dash of this, and a dash of that, and some of this, and a bit of that. You better be hungry, you better not be fed. The sandwich maker's knife is cutting up your bread. How about some fermented moon seeds with that?
That does not sound particularly appetizing. Anything to keep her distracted. That does not sound... Anything to keep her distracted. Yes, please.
Splendid. I can't be expected to perform adequate sandwiching when you... Where did you go?
Something tied you over
It's
before
very
tea.
important that you stand right there while I'm sandwiching. It's a delicate craft, I'll have you know. Sunny side gets cheese and the other one gets meat. A sandwich maker's craft is, something...
Something tied you
feet.
over before tea. Midnight snack. Early breakfast.
Oh, would you like some crispy bitter leaf?
Anything to keep... Yes, please.
Splendid.
Nibbles. Scrub. Tasty morsels.
And just a dash of this, and a dash of that, and some of this, and a bit of that. You better be hungry, you better not be fed. The sandwich maker's knife is cutting up your bread.
Across the Northlands. From far away as a deer.
Right, here we are, as ordered. Mostly. I had to make a few alterations. Remember to chew well and don't swallow too soon. Also, if you feel any discomfort whatsoever, a spoonful of vinegar should do the trick. If not, please visit a... Sandwiches! I've got tasty sandwiches!
From far away as a deer.
So you've come back. Again. Should I even bother with your sandwich?
Please.
Come along now. Sunny side gets cheese and the other one gets meat. A sandwich maker's craft is something feet.
Something tied you over before tea.
A dash of pungent oxy topping, yes or no?
Anything? Yes, please.
Splendid.
Nibble, scrub, taste it.
Quickly, grab those ingredients.
Can do.
Right, here we are, as ordered. Mostly. I had to make a few alterations. Remember to chew well and don't swallow too soon. If not, please.
Scrub, tasty
Sell
morsels.
100% natural products! Unlike the competition, I guarantee your hair will...
How was that?
That was perfect. But remember, stealing is wrong.
You told me to steal.
In this case, it was justified. But don't steal. You'll lose a hand or your head.
Here's the stuff.
Ointments. My table's always open, day and night.
You said your father taught you how to make fire flowers.
Well, sort of. He made Bakshivan candles, and I watched him make them, but he never let me do it myself. Said it might blow my fingers off or burn my eyes out, but I can give you instructions.
Fair enough. What do I do first?
First, make the glowy balls. I don't know exactly how to make the glowy balls, but when my dad did it, the balls came out all glowy.
My table's always open, day and night.
Good. Now you need to make the fire powder somehow. My father was never too clear on how that part's done. All that's left is to combine all the ingredients in a tube. That should be easy, right? You start with the fire powder at the bottom,
Herbs, soothing sound.
and then the glowy balls on top, until the tube is full. That looks okay. I'm not sure how well it's going to work, but there's only one way to find out.
My table's always open, day and night.
Here you go, boy. Now don't light this before I tell you to.
Oh man! I'll be careful, I promise. I can't wait to see how this one burns.
Fully authorized and licensed. No sorcery. My table's always open, day and night.
I need to find a way to get him away from the door.
There's official Azadi business going on here.
Use the fireworks to distract the guard away from that door.
Yes, yes. Hey, hey! Check this out. Come and
Stop!
get me!
Come back here, you little shit. What in Shadow's name are you? Apostle! You're dead!
He won't hurt you again, child. I promise. Leave. Do not come back.
My head's hurting. Why is my... What's happening? Who are you? Where's Ramin? Why am I tied to... Alfane. You're not dead. How in Shadow's name? I'll pay you. I'll make you wealthy. I'll get you a pardon from the tower and...
Shut your mouth. I need information.
What do you mean by
If you speak out of turn again, I'll cut off your dick and shove it down your throat. The raid tonight.
I don't know anything about a raid.
I cannot justify torture. I'll have to convince him to talk to me, and trust that he reveals the truth. He will lie. Unless I show him what happens when he does. Unless I cause him pain. I cannot... You believe you have more to lose by speaking to me. You're wrong. You've been consorting with a magical, a Dolmari, a child. You know the punishment for even one of those crimes is execution. All three. They will make an example of you. They'll string you up in the tower square. They'll sever your genitals, gouge your eyes out, dip your feet in molten metal. They'll make you suffer unbearable agony. You will plead for death. And death will come. But slowly. Slowly. Tell me what you know, or the tower will learn of your crimes.
There will be a raid. In the Magic Ghetto, before the sun rises tomorrow. I'm not part of it. I haven't been in the meetings, I don't know the details. But they plan to root out the rebels and the collaborators hiding in Old Town. Some they'll exile to the islands. Others they'll kill. As punishment for siding with the Resistance, as a warning to others. That's all I know. I swear to it on my mother's office.
Let's go over this again. Tell me everything you know.
Please, don't kill me. I won't tell anyone about this. About you, I can't. They'll execute me. I'll do anything. I'll spy for you. I'll feed you information from inside the tower. Just spare me. Please. For the love of the goddess, I beg you.
There's always a risk that he will reveal what happened here. But if I spare his life, he could be of value to us. He has much to lose if he reveals what happens here. But I can't risk it. And his crimes are too grave. There's all... Betray me, and the tower will know what you did. Even if they spare your life, I will find you. And I will make you pay.
Yes, yes! I swear on the first mountain. I won't speak a word of this. I'll give you all the information I come across, everything.
You'll return to this place every week to meet an agent of ours. Your guard will believe you still visit your girl.
Of course, Apostle. Thank you.
Shut up before I cut your tongue from your mouth. I'll release you now. But you'll stay here until your guard knocks on the door. We'll know the instant you break your oath. Where's the guard?
He's in a mud cellar, stuck to his knees in Elgwyn dung. He'll be busy for a while.
You did good, Bip.
What happened in there? Did you get what you needed?
I did. Listen, you can't stay here in Old Town. The Azadi are coming.
I'm not afraid of the Azadi.
Nevertheless, you need to leave. I'll bring you to the Enclave, and you'll be safe with...
I'm not going anywhere. This is where I live. What if my parents come back? They'll be looking for me.
You're not safe here. I'm sure your parents would be happier knowing you're with us.
You just want to put me in an orphanage.
Wait. Shadow. Children.
The General is asking questions.
I've heard. We must find Kian before...
I'll make sure Harmy's attentions are directed elsewhere. Tonight's raid on the Magic Ghetto will be a good start.
What did he say?
The General tells me that my men are sticking to the story, but that some of the prisoners are spreading rumors. It's of little concern. They will not live to see another interview.
And arouse more suspicion. Don't be a fool, Vermon.
Don't ever call me a fool.
Then try not to act like one. Who else did he speak with?
The Warden.
What? I thought you were taking care of that problem.
You're the one who worries about arousing suspicion. I couldn't simply have him executed. There are laws.
And now the General has a witness.
An infidel's testimony can never be used against Trueborn.
But his words can fuel further investigations.
The General will soon have other matters to concern himself with. We're stepping up the deportations and we're close to completing the machine. After that, Kian's death will be low on his list of priorities.
And in the meantime, the General is pursuing leads.
Like I said, tonight's raid will distract him.
How so?
Because it won't go well. The rebels will strike. Many of his men will die, our forces will be on high alert, and, as Supreme Commander, it'll be Harmy's job to clean up.
He will blame you.
And I will take responsibility. And action. There will be little time for his investigations. By the time the situation is under control again, other matters will have taken precedence. We will keep the General's attentions elsewhere until our mission here is done. And then,
No one will challenge us. I hope you're right.
I always am. Come here.
This is not the time for...
I'm as hard as Nigali steel. This is exactly the time.
I apologize for being late, but I have important...
Every minute wasted could mean lives lost. Anu, can you tell us what you've learned?
Not a whole lot. No one's talking. There's not even a whisper of a raid. I'm starting to think maybe Ulvik's loose-lipped, drunken Azadi was merely a braggart. Also, merely a braggart? I've been around you guys too long. I'm starting to speak like a sullen warrior.
I went looking for our people in Old Town. They're standing by for my word. I don't want to pull them out of the city until we know for sure what's happening. Let's hope for their sake Anu's right, and there's no raid tonight.
The raid is taking place, just before sunrise. We still have several hours.
How did you come up?
Hey, Big Blue, let him speak.
The plan is to arrest as many magicals as possible, along with rebel sympathizers. It's a show of strength. They want us to be scared.
Where did you get this information, Kian?
From a trusted source. I met her here before we...
Mystery Woman! I remember Mystery Woman! Well, I remember you talking about Mystery Woman. She's a friend of Ulvik's, right? We can definitely trust her.
She told me about an Azadi officer who visits with an underage Dalmari girl. And she told me where to find him.
He
He was with a child? That's sick.
And did you find him?
I did. He told me that this will be their biggest raid on the ghetto so far. Given his rank and the precariousness of his situation, I believe him.
How did you get him to talk?
When he understood his predicament, he was perfectly willing to spill his guts.
I don't know.
Seriously? I mean, I'd much rather trust Kian's source than mine.
What if this source of yours is playing you for a fool? What if it's bait, meant to draw us out and distract us?
No Azadi would commit a mortal crime in order to set a trap. His soul is damned to the shadow for eternity.
I think we should listen.
Maybe your information is trustworthy, Kian, but I'm not willing to bet our position in Old Town on it. We'll tell our people to be vigilant. If there is a raid, at least they'll be forewarned.
You're making a mistake.
We'll know soon enough, Azadi.
Where's the officer now?
I let him go. He might prove a valuable asset in the future.
Will he not simply go straight to his masters?
I have information that would lead to his execution. Should his commanders learn the truth, he'll keep his silence.
But you let a child molester walk free. Was that because he's one of yours? And because the Domari girl is just another filthy magical? I won't soon forget this insult, Azadi.
For what it's worth, Kian, I think you did the right thing. I mean, he deserves punishment for what he did to the girl, but to have a source inside the tower? This could change everything.
It's time we headed back to the Enclave.
Don't worry. At least we have a potential spy in the tower. The mission wasn't a complete wash. And don't mind Liko. He thinks that unless someone gets tortured, the information is worthless. That says more about him than it does about you, to be honest.
Who's there? You? However did you get here?
Things didn't go too well the last time I connected to a dreamer.
Mira, do you have a second?
Depends. Are you done? I need those bots to go out tomorrow.
Almost done. I was wondering if I could leave a teensy bit early today.
Be kind. Rewind. Almost?
Mostly. I'm mostly done.
In your experience, Petal, what's my answer to a question like that?
One filled with expletives. But it's really important that I...
Of course it's fucking important. It's always important. It's never not important. You wouldn't be asking if it wasn't important, would you, Kuchia? So what's so important that you feel it takes precedence over the work I pay you to do?
It's my friend, Baruti. I haven't heard from him lately, and I'm worried about him.
And you can't just message the Banjod like a normal person?
I have. I did. He hasn't responded. I wanted to stop by the campaign office to see if he's there.
You know, there are ways of tracking an iris on the wire.
I want to do this the legal way, Mira. For once. Please.
Suit yourself, Jodu. You can abandon your responsibilities, but I will dock your pay.
I'd expect nothing less.
Just be here extra early tomorrow to, I don't know, what do you hate doing the most?
Sitting at my terminal learning more about neural programming. I really, really hate that.
Mopping floors. That's it. You'll come extra early to mop the fucking floors. All right?
Yes. Fine. Sure.
Hey, Zoe. Since I'm not answering your call, I'm probably busy. I'll ring you back as soon as possible. There are things we need to discuss. Urgently.
Refresh yourself.